Hello, everyone. You are on Adapt by Z conference in blockchain booth. And today on our business track, we are going to speak about blockchain use cases for supply chain. I'm Sasha Pitkevich. I'm EPAM blockchain lead. And today I would be guiding you through the topic. We will start with the state of the supply chain industry today, look at its challenges and current demand. Then we will go through the how blockchain technology can answer these challenges and where it can help. Then we will look at the menu and variety of the use cases and zoom in into the most obvious one in the supply chain transparency and traceability. And we will conclude our talk today uh, by looking at the existing blockchain implementations for supply chain. Let's start. Uh, in today's digital world, the average buyer, both retail and wholesale, expect quick, efficient service from both manufacturer and distributor. Crossing multiple geographical locations, sometimes internationally, and spanning over hundreds of the stages, contemporary supply chains expect extending over months, depending upon product, and often include a multitude of the invoices and the payments with several individuals and multiple business parties involved. Increasing awareness regarding product origins and methods of manufacturing, including concerns about ingredients and labor, is evident in consumers these days. International standards and certifications such as non-GMO, fair trade, organic, conflict-free are generally desired and can be achieved with the relative ease. On top of that, counterfeit product, particularly in pharmaceuticals and food, is harmful to the consumers and disastrous for brands that are discovering selling them. According to recent research, imports of counterfeit and pirated goods are worth about $500 billion a year, which is approximately 3.3% of the global import. Maintaining the optimum level of the quality and safety of goods during transportation necessitates a strict vigil during each of the supply chain processes. This holds special significance when it comes to the transporting food and pharmaceutical. Monitoring environment conditions such as temperature, packaging, humidity, and many more parameters during transportations are very important for ensure product integrity. Supply chain disputes in modern day logistics are daily occurrence, and it's critical to resolve them quickly and transparently for the sake of efficiency and time management. If the quality of the asset have been compromised, or any of the supply chain participants fail to deliver asset on time and in full, the likelihood of dealing with fines increases manifold. Furthermore, look back auditing for fault identification is often both error prone and costly. This all poses a totally new requirements towards the modern supply chain management. According to the industry experts, the answer to the growing demand lays in three areas: technology, continuous improvement and waste elimination, and resilience. Let's look together how what blockchain technology can bring at the table, uh, how it can answer the demand, and where it can be useful. We all know characteristics of decentralized networks. Its ability to keep the information aligned across multiple parties involved results in improved traceability and transparency, allowing for the smooth and consistent information flow through different, sometimes competing organizations. It boosts transparency, and the timely customer notifications across multiple stages and across shipping partners can be easily achieved. For example, when I was recently ordering my new lease car, I had to file the papers at the dealer. Unfortunately, the car was not there. I wanted like the particular configuration, and the car needs to be produced somewhere in a factory in Argentina. And to my great surprise, those guys were sending me through the dealers, obviously, but they were sending me like every week, like pictures, videos, information about how my car is being produced and uh, like well, the kuzov, the colors, and everything. Well, I wouldn't say that I have opted for that, but it was tremendously interesting, and I was surprised with the transparency because yeah, I was here like in Netherlands and trying to buy the car, like actually ordering the lease car, and the whole information like from the factory came to the dealer and then to my mobile application, and also when it was transported over the seas. I was also informed about that, and I literally knew when my car arrived at the port of Rotterdam. And then when it's arrived at the dealer, I bet I knew that earlier than the dealer itself. So it's really necessity and the reality of the today. I was obviously pleasantly surprised. We also know blockchain auditability, uh, the possibility to know for sure and to have that intact, the information about what happened in the past. Uh, the industry, supply chain industry, can benefit from this ability when it's necessary to provide the required information to customers and auditing organizations, being sure that this information is aligned across multiple parties and multiple data sources. Then elimination of non-value adding entities. I'm speaking about these intermediaries. Peer-to-peer relation enablement simplifies the complex supply chain, and it can make it much more efficient together with obviously cost reduction. And on top of that, being supported with the super fast cross-border online settlements and while we're speaking about the future, asset tokenization, blockchain solutions can significantly decrease the processing speed, which actually gives a lot of money savings. Well, then, when we were looking to the values, let's look to the common use cases and see what values are unlocked for each use case by particular aspect of the blockchain technology. Let's start with the fraud detection, counterfeiting. This problem lies in inability to track product origins, but blockchain can track the product and its raw materials through all activities in the supply, in a shipment, like through the complete supply chain, and can trace that back to the very origins, to the farm or to the manufacturer. Remember, transparency. And that's actually ensures the validation of product, order, and shipping data, and it can make it applicable even in a real time. Then let's look to the product recalls. When it comes to the financial damages in the product recalls, one bad apple could spoil the complete batch. There is a potential that if a manufacturer identifies just one bad batch of product containing a contaminated ingredient or a label missing the disclosure of allergen, then all of its other perfectly safe batches of the same product can be flagged and disposed. This can be especially damaging and costly to distributors and retailers. And in extreme case, where brands manufacture and distribute multiple products, a recall of one product could lead to a loss of confidence in a whole brand. As a result, potential damage could increase exponentially if a retailer decides to drop the entire brand portfolio due to recall. One goal of the blockchain technology is to give farmers, manufacturers, retailers, and government regulators the ability to isolate the source of the contaminated ingredients and trace its path all through the supply chain, even to our houses. The impact of such detailed traceability is far-reaching, and the potential benefits to manufacturers, suppliers, and retailers are numerous. Being able to trace a product from a grower or supplier to the individual end user can mean the difference between life and death for both consumer and figuratively for affected business. For consumers, pulling products sooner means limiting an outbreak and saving lives. For affected businesses, the advantages are equally as dramatic. On the same level, government regulators would greatly benefit from such precision in traceability in announcing recalls. One next business case, export controls. Record keeping on blockchain allows parties to trace documents through the supply chain from the beginning when origins is determinant of access to free trade agreements and other preferential systems and non-preferential origin claims. And at the end, when it can be used to demonstrate compliance with export controls and sanction regimes and to prove the end use of the goods. Blockchain can also facilitate trade in a context of trusted trader schemas, such as European Union Authorized Economic Operator Program. And we will see that the blockchain is beneficial not only for core business cases, but also for the supporting technology use cases. Smart contracts can be used for subcontractor management. It can significantly reduce the workload there, like can minimize the manual labor. IT license management is a nightmare for many organizations, and it can be simplified and streamlined with the blockchain technology. Again, with the traceability and of smart contracts ability. And blockchain can be also combined with other technologies such as Internet of Things. And that enables the serialization case work, where the smart meters are installed either in the containers in the transportation, either embedded in the container itself. And the blockchain technology is receiving, like blockchain network is receiving data from the smart meters. And it's actually probably the only technology now which can put in use the huge flow of let's say meaningless data, because the data from a sensor is just a lot of numbers flows which needs to be timely put in order, and blockchain is able to do so. Also, the identification, authentication, and security topic can be well covered in blockchain, which at the end, like as you can see, all these business and technology cases, they result in a high transparency, improve the trust due to the data being timely delivered to all the participants. It increases the possibilities of the automation. Let's introduce cost reductions due to more efficient operations, where not doubling the work, not doing the work of the reconciliations, automating such services for the smart contracts, and also it improves access control. As you can see, almost for every use case, every aspect of a blockchain is well applicable. Let's zoom in most obvious and at the same time most popular, which is logical, for implementation use case of traceability. Let's look how that really works. And let's imagine that we're looking to the smart supply chain, where somewhere at the farmer produces produces something, then packaging that, labeling their products, and provide information about the production side. And it goes to the blockchain. So we have the first record where the batch of the product, for example, coffee or crop, being registered in a network with the necessary information about, for example, weather conditions while harvesting, about the location of the harvest field, about the times of the harvesting, and that's more safely stored in a blockchain network. The next participant in a supply chain is transportation, and the goods are being transported. And at this moment, for example, serialization case can be introduced. And the shipping information is stored in a blockchain. So it's accompanied the product information. Now our record, our batch, has not only product information, it also has a shipping information. In some cases, if we enable that, it also has a shipping condition information. And that's being updated due to the whole shipping process. Like every party which is connected to the supply chain and connected to the solution is updating and providing you additional information. Then our batch reaches the manufacturing side. And at the factory, brand owners can include the supply chain information in their packaging to highlight product quality. Think about flowers with the time and a field location when they were cut. Think about food and also the time information where, when it was harvested, and were being converted to another good, properly labeled, our produced goods coming to the retailers. And the retailers can use the whole information because the whole story is inherited with the end product. And the retailers can use this information to increase consumer awareness. Here, like fair trade labels, non-GMO, this all can be inherited from the initial field. And the information about a fair labor for the whole supply chain. And then last but not least, we do have customers, consumers. And the consumers using the specific applications can get access to the data of the product from what source is it made, when is it made, how it has been transported conditions, everything which will allow the end user would be able to see and check. And also this traceability and transparency to the every endpoint makes marketing more precise. It allows retailers to collect the detailed feedback and to produce more customer and to act more customer oriented. Let's see how those solutions can be implemented in real life. There are a number of supply chain blockchain solutions live in the market. I must say that it's probably the most developed area in a supply chain, in the blockchain implementations. One of the most spoken and quite famous solution is TradeLens, initially produced by IBM for Maersk for container shipments. That grew towards the industry-wide solution where quite of some customs and shippers worldwide are using that. And basically the whole solution is built around container shipping and allows to trace that and to evolve information over the container and including trade finance deals, letter of credit, bill of lading, customs information, custom brokers can contact there. So that's really combines across ecosystem, combines partners across the ecosystems, and allow them to look at the same set of the data. Then look at another solution, and that's the pure supply chain traceability and anti-counterfeiting solution called Sigma Ledger that was developed in a partnership of EPARM and Sigma Ledger. That's a private permissioned Ethereum-based solution uh, where it's initially was done for the tracing origins and tracing the batches of the product, and has evolved over the 2 years being live. It now has the separate case of the coupon processing, allowing the loyalty cases, and it has a rich traceability and counterfeit functionality. And the important thing, it's live for 2 years. The solution is pure decentralized. Sigma Ledger doesn't maintain all the nodes. There are participants which has a bunch of their nodes, like one to several of them. And the solution is also can be tailored for the demand. There is a Sigma Ledger direct flavor, which is mostly suitable for like smaller simplified supply chains for manufacturers which sell directly to the customers. It allows you to register online, generate IDs, attach that to the product items, and then you will need to maintain your products. For example, mark them as sold where it's happening in life. And when it's purchased by customer, you are marking that sold in the solutions. And that doesn't require participants to install and maintain their nodes. They may, but they're not obliged to. Uh, there's also Sigma Ledger Enterprise, where businesses with the high complexity of supply chain can participate, and that's where the integration with the various supply chain members is required, where you have manufacturer, distributor, retailer, authority. It's also suitable for online e-commerce, like for online e-stores. And obviously, there is a 100% free no advertisement consumers application, which you can download and uh, and iPhone, and that allows you to trace the origins. Looking to the time, I think we are concluding our presentation of today. We looked at a modern supply chain of how blockchain solutions can answer their demand and where the value is, how it's applicable. We looked at a variety of the use cases and its applicability, and we deep dive in traceability and transparency use case. And after that, we looked at several examples of the implementation. And well, if you want to know more, we are inviting you to the Blockchain Professionals community, where we are regularly having brown bag sessions on various topics, twice a month. And thank you. Bye.